Hello viewers, welcome to this video. In this video, we are going to learn how to change an active to passive voice for a passage. So now the passage is given in active voice. We have to change it to passive voice. So after seeing too many sentences, that is a paragraph consists of too many sentences. So when we see that, we will be confused. So we need not confuse. The thing is, we have to see the statement. After seeing the statement, we have to read and we have to identify the subject and object. Then after that, we have to identify the tense. After identifying the tense, accordingly, we have to change it to passive voice. This is the method we have to employ in order to change from active to passive voice for a passage. A few days ago, someone stole Ambrose's bike. Ambrose had left it outside his house. He reported the theft to the police. The police told him that they would try to find his motorbike. This morning, they found his motorbike. The police called Ambrose to the police station. The thieves had painted it and then sold it to someone else. The new owner had parked the motorbike outside a mall when the police found it. After an inquiry, the police arrested the thieves. Yes, now this is the passage in which all sentences are in active. Here, now identify the subject and object. See the first sentence. Look at the first sentence. A few days ago, someone stole Ambrose's bike. Here, someone is subject. Ambrose's motorbike is object. Now, stole is a verb. It is given in past tense. Now, how we have to change it means just a few days ago, Ambrose's motorbike was stolen. Just because it is past tense, so we have to use the be verb was plus past participle and we have to interchange the subject and object. That's all. Now, a few days ago, Ambrose's motorbike was stolen. Here, we need not give the agent because we can omit that agent. It is less important. Ambrose had left it outside his house. Now identify the subject and object and identify the tense. Ambrose is subject, it is object. Now the sentence is in past perfect tense. Now change it to interchange the subject and object. It had been left by Ambrose outside his house. That is the correct form. So whether I have written it correctly, let us check. It had been left outside his house by Ambrose. Next sentence. He reported the theft to the police. Here, he is subject. And what did he report? The theft. It is an object. And to whom did he report? To the police. That is less important. So now interchange the subject and object. The statement is in past tense. So we have to write as the theft was reported by him to the police. This is the way we have to write. The theft was reported by him to the police. Next sentence. This morning, the police told him that they would try to find his motorbike. The police told him that they would try to find his motorbike. Now, the police told him. Police is subject and him as object. Interchange the subject and object. The tense is in past tense. So, how we have to change it means he, the objective case for him is he. So, he was told by the police that they would try to find his motorbike. This is the way we have to write it. So, he was told by the police that they would try to find his motorbike. The next statement. This morning, they found his motorbike. This morning, it is an adjunct and they subject and his motorbike object interchange the subject and object, and here the tense is in past tense. So how we have to write means his motorbike was found by them this morning. His motorbike was found by them this morning. Next sentence, we have to identify in which tense it is. The police called Ambrose to the police station. The police subject, Ambrose object, interchange the subject and object, and the tense here is past tense. So, Ambrose was called by the police to the police station. That is the correct way to write it, change it. Ambrose was called by the police to the police station. Yes, the next statement. The thieves had painted it and then sold it to someone else. Here two statements are given and it is joined. Two clauses are given and it is joined by using and. The thieves had painted it. It had been painted by the thieves. First class, the first main class. Then the second one, then sold it to someone else. And it was sold to someone else. Like this we have to change it. So first part in past perfect tense and second part is in past tense. So let us see whether we have changed it correctly. It had been painted by the thieves and then it was sold to someone else. Then next. The new owner had parked the motorbike outside a mall when the police found it. Here the tense is in past perfect and the subject is the new owner and the object is the motorbike. Interchange the subject and object, and if it is past perfect we have to add been before the verb. So the motorbike had been parked by the new owner outside the mall. And next statement, when the police found it. This is subordinate clause. When the police found it, the police subject, it object. So found, it is past form of find. So it is in past tense. It was found by the police. So we had to write as the motorbike had been parked by the new owner outside the mall when it was found by the police. Next, after an inquiry, the police arrested the thieves. So here we have to write as the police is subject, the thieves object. Now the thieves was arrested by the police. Because arrested it is in past tense. So we have to write as after an inquiry, the thieves were arrested by the police. Why we have written as were means thieves plural, so it should agree with plural be past form verb. So the thieves were arrested by the police. I hope you might have understood. So how to change from active to passive. First we have to know where the sentence begins, where it ends. After that we have to identify the tense and we have to identify the subject and object. So after that accordingly we have to change from active to passive voice. Thank you for watching.